this wiring is for our camera, okay? So we're connecting to the system. We need the blue wire to go into the back camera. Oh yeah, front camera, it has a wire for the front camera. So this is the rear camera. And also we have to have power for the reverse camera. So these are the two wires that we're going to connect into the camera wiring. Okay. And this is all going to be on this side, but now we're going to start with on this side now. This is going on the glove compartment side. All the wiring from the camera, but one of these wires has to go back into the radio. Okay, this one. This is the one that connects to the plate that we put in front of the radio. Okay, so we're gonna push that through to the radio compartment. Okay, we need all this wiring here. You have also a USB connector here. This is where you connect your phone for the first time for the installation. So everything is on this side, and this is what we need for the radio connection, okay, for that plate that we added in the front. This is the little connector for it. Okay, I think we're ready for the radio to come in. Let's see. Let's make space for it. The main wiring harness is the biggest one, and that clip, also that connector is in the back, so we have to put that out of the way. We just tuck it in the back. Maybe go up, because there's a space behind the vent system, behind the vents. There's a little space to put that up on top. All right, let's start connecting everything. We have remember that microphone wire we had in there? We put that and connect it into the connector that's right next to the main wiring, the one that came with the kit. So it's the only one that's going to fit in there, so there's no way to mess this up. So microphone connected. Let's do the main wiring harness. Make sure you pull all the clips. All of the connectors have little clips, so don't break. Make sure you pull it back before you do anything, so you don't break anything. All right, let's put this. Make sure you pull the connector back and plug these in. Okay, there's only one way this is gonna go in. See that little fuse in there? By the way, if that fuse goes, you have to do this whole thing, take everything apart to do this. But connect that there. There's a little hole for the connector. You'll see that for the fuse, that little square, that's where that goes. So it'll go right in there. This is going in only one way, so there's no way to mess it up. You push it all the way in. And then push this clip in. Now it's connected. All right, let's put everything else back. Let's put the antenna. We have our new connector here. So let's put that in place. There we go. And here's the white connector. Is the original. And we are ready with the radio. Radio can go in now. Okay, so now we're gonna connect the interface wiring. This is the little wire that came from there. Remember the one that comes in with the camera connectors and all that. So this wheel, oh, and you have to make sure it's on the bottom piece. There's dividers here for the radio, for the ventilation, for the vents, and there's openings in the back. So you just make sure this wire comes through the bottom, not the same on the radio, but on the bottom. Okay, so that you have enough movement of this wire again. So you should be able to see the connectors on this side. They should be towards you, and they have little dots on them. They should be towards you. Another way to see these also, the black wire goes on the right side. Okay, it has red, yellow, white, and black wires. So you should be able to see the red on your left and the black to your right. And just push this right in place. It should go in easy. Okay. So the same way this goes in easy, it's gonna come out easy if you don't have enough slack here for the ventilation to go in, because you could push it right with that. You could push it out. Okay, so make sure you put it out of the way. That way, when you push the ventilation system, it doesn't unplug it, and then you won't have any interface. Your system won't work. So now one of our cables from the back of the ventilation system, the ones that have the red tab, is now connected. As we saw before, we connected it into our new wiring, and the other side is going to go into the radio. But and the small one also that was connected into the ventilation system is still there. So that one we're going to go straight in, put it back, and then push the little red tab, and then the new one, we're going to connect it also. Let's put that in there. Okay, and this one also has a little tab. Not the red one, it has a little black tab that's going to lock in place. Okay, let's put these screws back. Okay, radio's back in. Let's put the ventilation system back. Watch for our wire, and we should be good. Perfect. Let's do the vents. Don't forget to connect these back. Okay. Okay, this is all done. Now we have to go on that side. We have to do our antenna, do the wiring for the reverse camera. Let's see. Okay, let's continue here. Let's undo this reverse camera wiring. And we're gonna run these. Okay. From the front all the way to the back. This is what's going from here around the trim all the way from the bottom, and I'll keep showing you all of that, but this is the side that we're going to connect into our system. The other side will go in the back. Just untangle this wiring. Okay, so on the wiring harness that we have, remember one side was the interface. Okay, this is going to go into our system, Here's the reverse camera. Everything is marked, so it's easy to identify reverse camera. Okay, it has this connector for it, goes right in. Okay, and then we need the power for it. This is how it turns it on. So is the yellow wire. It says also reverse camera, 12 volt, and it'll go into the red wire that came with the one that's going to the back. This is that long wire that's going to the back of the car. So it connects here, and then you have to connect these two wires. Okay, so for that, it doesn't come with a kit, I don't think. I don't see it anywhere. But for that, I have these little connectors. You push them in. It's really better to solder. Everything you're gonna do in the car with wiring is really to solder, but we can use these connectors, okay? And all right, just put the wiring in there. And you press it down. There will be connection between them right there. Okay, so we gotta press these down. We'll give it a little push so it connects them. Make sure you pull them, make sure they're not cut. Good. So now let's do our connections. Let's grab our module and console, however you want to call it. Here is the CAN cable, the CAN connection, which goes right here. Okay. Everything is labeled, so it's easy to identify. Let's just see how it's gonna connect right here. It's in. Next one. This is in. What else do we have here? Here. Nice and tight. Okay. Okay, we're all set with these. Let's put the antenna on. So I said the antenna we're gonna attach on the inside of these. Put your hand in there first to touch, to see where you're gonna put it. That way you'll know. It'll be on the inside, like this. You're gonna peel this red sticker off, or this cover off for the sticker. Okay. And we'll put that in there. Okay, now we can attach our antenna right here. That's it. So we're gonna place our module right here, and I just attach wire ties behind the rail that's back here so that I can hold this in place. Okay, so here we go. Put this in. Okay, nice and secure. Won't interfere with any of the wiring. Put everything in there. For those of us who have manual transmission, okay, we have to connect an extra wire, and that is, we have to grab the purple wire from the system and run it to the back, connect it to the reverse lamp in the back. Okay, the wiring on that reverse light in the back, right on the trunk. I'll show you in the back, but we have to connect that. So we ran that with the other wire to the back. We run them together, and all we have to do is just a connection here, and to be able to power the camera on when the reverse is on with the manual transmission. With the automatic transmission, you don't have to worry about these. The system with the CAN bus, it sends the signal and it turns the camera on. But with the manual transmission, we have to do this. So we're just going to connect these two wires together with the same thing we did with the other wire, with the yellow wire that connected to the red. Now we're going to connect the purple wire. I had this other wire, this blue kind of purple wire, just because they're about the same color. I'm going to put them together, but you can run any color wire. You just have to identify it somehow. But here we are. Put these two together. All right, make sure they're together. They're nice and tight. They won't get loose. Close that up, and that's it. So we'll just run these now together with the other cable all the way to the back and connect it to the reverse light. We'll go behind all the way, take the molding. I'll show you. So one of the wires that come out of our system is an audio ground. Okay, you have to make sure you connect this audio ground, and we found this spot for this one. It's right here. You see this valve right next to the ventilation. This is a T30. We're gonna loosen it up a little bit, just a little bit. Don't take it completely off. Okay, you have to peel this back, peel the wire back a little bit, and then you just wrap around it on the inside. Okay, behind that washer. Just wrap around it. Make sure it makes a good ground. All right, that's it. Nice and tight. Put this away, and we're done. It's important to put this ground wire because you'll have some static on the sound. Or in some cases you get the static when you're having a conversation and somebody says, "Hey, I hear a motor behind you," and it's all the static that comes out of the audio because there's no grounding. All right, so that's it. So the USB cable, let's put it through where the connection for the AMI goes. Okay, we'll put those together. This is our reverse camera cable. It's going to be fed through the bottom over there. Put it all the way back. that out of the way so we can connect our, put our glove box back. All right, this is all we have left here. And let's put this back. You gotta make sure everything is away. You don't want to pull anything while you're installing the glove compartment back. Okay? You don't want anything on the way. Everything is hidden, everything is in the back. This is holding well. The Bluetooth antenna we can also wrap around so it doesn't interfere with anything. Go in here. It's just wire ties. Okay. We're good to start putting this glove compartment back. So right. Okay, for the rear camera, we're just gonna tuck the wire all the way in the corner. Just tuck it in, won't affect anything. And then we're gonna go behind this trim right here. Just tuck it in all the way back. We go through here in the back seat, and then up there, I'll show you up there where we go. So right through here, we're tucking the wires. Black is in. Let's put the purple in. And both of them all the way through. All the way through. Okay, so here with the wiring, we came all the way from the front. Under here, under this trim, we are here. Let's keep tucking it in. We'll go under the seat. If you needed to, you can use the trim tool to lift this up and also to push the wire in. Okay, we're going under the seat. We're gonna follow this. And we're gonna go in here. We'll fish it through, we'll get it on the other side. Okay, so here we just pull this, like I said, we push the wire through. Okay, it's going right through here. All right, and then we're gonna go to the top behind this, and we're gonna fish the wire to an opening that's up here. Let's see, for the radio speakers. All right, we're gonna go with the wire through here to this opening, and from this opening to the back. There's no easy access through here straight to the back, so we're just gonna go around it, and then when we put it, the wire will probably be around here, but there's just not easy access through, straight through from here to the back. Okay, and then we're gonna have to pull the trunk with the handle, unless we left the trunk open, but right now I left the trunk closed. But I'm gonna pull the handle down. There's a handle back there, so we can pull the trunk open. I closed it because I'm in the park filming this. There's the handle, which we're gonna have to take out later when we open these panels. All right. Okay, it's right there. Here's our cable. I have to fish it through. There we are. Tuck it all in everywhere. All right. And now we have to go through here, through the hinge into the back panel. Okay. We go in through the hinge and then into the back door panel. Okay, now we gotta go this wire to this side. So this is a little more challenging. Now we need the wire hanger. Let's see. We can pull these through. Okay, we're through. Now we gotta pull this wire from here to that side. You can use the same blue tape you had when you were doing the front, covering the steering wheel. Electrical tape, of course, is best, but we're working with what we have. There we go. And just like that, our wire is here. Okay. There we are. Okay, Okay, with the wire back here, now we gotta start pulling some trims out. Let's put these out. Our wire is gonna come tied up to these into the back over here, into the back panel on the trunk. All right, so let's remove this panel. The wire, like I said, is gonna come through here, tied up and going into this. So let's pull this panel out. Let's pull these covers. Gotta pull this boot out. All right, we do have a couple of screws there. One behind this handle. I thought they were. Here they are. One there. Yeah, right behind this. So to pull the handle out, you have to pull the yellow part first. See? It comes off. Now you can pull it out. There's a little bolt in there that attaches and it goes in here. So the little goes in, so if the bolt comes out, then it's loose. Pull that out. There's a screw in there. Pull that screw out. Now this should be loose. Okay. The wire is attached here, so I'm gonna pull it. All right. Let's see this. That's the little bolt that I was talking about. Okay. And this groove goes right in here. So that's what we took out right now. We gotta keep pulling this trim out so that we can change the handle, which is up here, up there somewhere. So the clip came off, no big deal. Put that clip right back on. There it goes. Okay. Now we can work on this little camera. Let's see. So our handle is in here, and we got to take these two 10s out. So this one, that one, and that one. Okay, here's the little connector. We have to take that connector out. It goes into the new handle. That's the switch to open the trunk. And then we have to put our wiring also for the rear view camera up to here. Let's see. So this is the wiring. Come right up, right next to this one. We'll put some wire ties around, and we are right here. We are ready with these. Now let's take those two 10s out. All right, these came out of the handle. Two number 10s. All right, so this connector came right out of there. Okay, this is the connector. It has this little clip that won't let it come out. So you have to click on the white piece here to get it out. Okay, now we took the bolts out and we got to push these pins. This one and this one, so we can move this plate. Okay, so we can have access to there's a couple of pins on the sides of that handle that we have to push in, and we won't be able to unless we take these out. One. That's two. Let's get this plate out. Just out of the way. Doesn't have to come all the way. And now we're gonna use one of these tools that we use in the front, and we're gonna push these in the side. There we go. One side's out. Same thing with this. And we are out. Okay, we did with that out. Now it's time to pull the handle out of the way. Here we go. Here's the old handle. And this is the new one with the camera. So it has the switch. Before everything was a switch at the same size. Now this is the switch. And the handle to pick it up. So this one doesn't have any bolts, it just clips on. So we have to put the two bolts with that plate back on. All right, let's do that. Okay. We can save these for later. In case you need it, you have to put it back. Put the nuts together with it. Let's put the wires through and connect the camera. Here we go. Got to make sure the clicking part is on top. Okay, the camera has to be facing up, so let's put that in. Clips right in. It's perfect. See? All right, connectors right there for the camera. So we don't need these wires. We don't need that, but let's see, let's connect that. We connect the switch back to open the car. Okay. And we connect our camera. Here we go. It also goes only one way in. Let's get this closer. So here it is. It's in. There's two wires here, green and white, and the white ones are disconnected, so just leave it like that. Don't do anything to it. We can wrap this up, tie it up, or let's tie all this wire. We're gonna tie all this wire all the way through, okay? Just wire ties all the way through. Like this. Okay, let's tie these wires around so they don't get disconnected. Both sides of the wire, the one coming from the camera and the one coming from the front of the car. So that way, if they're pulled from either side, they shouldn't, but if they are, they don't get disconnected. So that's it for that. We got to start wire tying all these. We're gonna wire tie this cable to these, so we can put the covers back. Okay, here we're gonna do the same thing we did in the front. We're gonna connect the wire to the reverse light wire, which is the black and white. Okay, so we're gonna put this right here. Okay. And we will make a connection right here with these two wires. All right, connected. Let's see. All right, let's start mounting this back. Put this all back. Yeah, I'm so excited with these. Let's get the handle in first. So we do the handle. Remember that little groove goes in here, in the tab. So let's do that. Okay. Let's do all the trimming on the sides. All right, we're gonna grab that little ball in here, put the ball in and hook it up, and then we put the green trim on it. So we're gonna go in with the little ball in there, put it on like that, and then this will attach to a piece in there and close it up. So grab the little ball, stick that side in there and close these up. That's it. Handle's working. Push this in. There we go. The last piece of it. This is it. So the only thing left to do here is put the battery on. Let's see. Okay. Let's see how we did. Let's go to the front, check on everything. Then we can put the tire back and we can go. We're done. Okay, let's see, moment of truth. Turn the car on. So let's put this on media, and then we're supposed to press this for 3 seconds, and here we are. Okay, CarPlay system works, and let's see what happens with the camera. We have to go into the settings, go into the reverse camera, make sure it says aftermarket, otherwise you go in there and you change it. If it says original, you go into aftermarket. So we're gonna return, and then we have to make sure it says reverse line detect. You have to change it to on. And then the other ones that's a reverse display track, that's what it's gonna show you when the wheel turns and all that. Radar display, that's if you have more cameras or sensors, it will show you from the top of the car what the car is like, but on the position of the car. I don't really like to have the reverse display track on either, but let's just see what happens now. If I put into reverse, there we go. All right, and that's what the system shows you. The one that I say I don't like to have on. See, it shows you when you're turning the wheel. As I'm turning the wheel, goes side to side. I just don't like to have that on. I'm gonna shut that off. Put this in neutral again. So I'll shut these off and see what happens. Yeah, I like to have the whole thing on. There you go. Here it is, our Apple CarPlay. It looks like it came with the car. I love it. It looks original. Now you can go over with the knobs. You can go through the menu with the knob right here, or you can also go with this one right here. Okay. To go back to the main menu, all you have to go is go home or go exit, and you press OK, and you go back to the main menu. Okay. Now the start, when you first start, you know you have to press media for the first 3 seconds. Where if you were on radio or you were somewhere else, you go to media, press 3 seconds, and it'll go back into this the main setting and into this menu. All right, so when you need to do that, you can also go through here through the knob. Okay, you press 3 seconds, it'll exit out of there. And if you were somewhere else and you go there, you press 3 seconds again, you go into the system, and of course then you go into your CarPlay if you like to. So for the audio, for the first time, you have to connect this cable they give you. All right, they give you this cable, but you need the adapter. If it's an iPhone, you need an adapter to go into here, and I already had this cable and have the adapter for it. So, and this is where you connect the cable right here. Okay, and you AMI. So here is the adapter you need for the audio. Okay, so you connect this cable for the first time, and you go through your settings, you go through the prompts. Unfortunately, I can't record and do that at the same time, so that's why I can't show you that. But it's very simple. You just follow the prompts and you're in. One feature I really like about this is the screen mirroring. So now I can play videos, I could do anything with my phone, and it's gonna go into our system in the car. All right. Screen mirroring. Okay, so it's been great with this system. I love it. It's you know, I couldn't have anything other than radio in this car or the satellite, but having CarPlay is so much better. I just love it. It's really nice. It works perfectly. The reverse camera also helps a lot. You know, nowadays we're used to driving cars with the reverse camera, so parking is sometimes a little challenging if you don't have the camera anymore. That's what we used to do all the time, park without the camera. But now you're used to it, and it's kind of necessary now. So the camera was a nice addition to it, and that was the reason I chose this system over different ones that are available. But these guys from Cars Gadget, they did an incredible job with this system. It's so easy to install. Nothing difficult. You don't have to worry about messing up because it's perfect. They give you directions, and I even had a little question that emailed and they answer right back. So it's perfect. You don't have to worry about anything. Everything is available. If it's not in paper, when they send it to you, is accessible via email. You contact them and they're right there for you. So it's great. Nothing that you have to worry about. Nothing that you're gonna break or you have to worry about breaking. So very nice system, easy to install, very easy to install. So all you're doing is, these are the connections going from the computer of the car to your radio or to your air control system. So all you're doing is making a bridge in there and connecting a cable here and a cable here from their module. So and you know, all the different parts, that's all they do. They just bridge off and you know, go around. They send information, goes, instead of going straight to the radio, goes to their system first and then comes out to that. And every piece of the puzzle is like that, like the plate that you put in front of the radio. It's the same thing. That little connection goes, instead of going straight, it just goes into their plate, and from the plate back to where the other connection was. So very, very simple. I have no problems at all. Let me just show you real quick what the reverse camera does. Working perfect. Like I said, I don't like those guidelines, but it's working really good. So all right, I think there's nothing else to say. Then don't be afraid, get it. It's a really good system. I've been driving around with a few days with it, and it's easy. The access, easy to play any CarPlay in any other car if you're already used to it. The only thing is that the screen is not touch screen, and you just have to go through the knob to set anything you want to. But you can also set it on your phone. It just shows up over there. And one thing that I noticed, and it was kind of making it a little, well, there was kind of an interference, is if you had your phone connected to your car, where you have Bluetooth, and then it gets a little confusing, I guess, with the calls coming in from one side and then the calls from the other side. So it's better if you just disconnect the Bluetooth from your car and just leave it connected directly with the CarPlay. All right, and well, this of course is a manual transmission. It's easier with the automatic transmission. So if you have an automatic transmission, even easier. This is only a couple of extra steps, one extra wire, but it works perfectly. So if you want my opinion, get it, install it yourself. It's easy. Don't take it anywhere to do it, and you're not gonna be disappointed. You're gonna be very happy that you did it yourself. Very, very DIY friendly. All right, take care.